What if I tell you that the heaviness you feel, the sudden mood swings, the unexplained anxiety, is not always yours? What if your aura, the invisible energy field around you, is silently absorbing everything, people, places, emotions, and no one ever taught you how to clean it? And the most shocking truth, if your aura is not cleansed, no manifestation, no affirmation, no healing, will ever fully work for you. This is not surface-level spirituality, this is not aesthetic crystal content. This is raw, deep, and real knowledge about aura cleansing using crystals, the way it actually works beyond trends and social media illusions. Because crystals don't magically fix your life, they amplify, absorb, and interact with your energy field, your aura. And if your aura is clogged, heavy, or energetically attacked, even the most powerful crystal will feel not working. So today, you are going to understand how aura cleansing truly works, which crystals actually cleanse energy, and how to use them in a way that shifts your entire energetic reality. First, understand this clearly. Your aura is layered. It is not just one energy field. It has emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical layers. Every interaction you have, every thought, every environment, leaves an imprint. That random irritation after talking to someone, that sudden sadness for no reason, that drained feeling after scrolling social media, that is aura contamination. And here is where crystals come in, not as decoration, but as energetic tools. The first and most powerful aura cleansing crystal is black tourmaline. This is not just a protection stone. It is an energetic vacuum. It absorbs dense, toxic, and negative frequencies from your aura and grounds them into the earth. But here is the truth most people don't know: if you carry black tourmaline without cleansing it regularly, it becomes saturated. And when it becomes saturated, it stops protecting you. So when you use it, you must consciously program it. Hold it in your hand, slow down your breath and say, with intention, absorb all negativity from my aura and release it into the earth. Feel that. Mean that. Because crystals respond to clarity, not confusion. The second crystal is selenite. This one is different. It does not absorb negativity, it dissolves it. Selenite works like a beam of pure, high-frequency light. It clears blockages, cuts cords, and resets your aura instantly. This is why even just holding selenite or moving it around your body can shift your energy within minutes. But here's the deeper truth: selenite doesn't just cleanse, it exposes. If you feel emotional, restless, or overwhelmed while using it, that means it is pulling out suppressed energy from your aura. Do not stop, that is the cleansing happening. The third crystal is amethyst. This is where aura cleansing meets spiritual elevation. Amethyst doesn't just clean your aura, it raises its frequency. It transforms lower emotions into higher awareness. So instead of just removing negativity, it helps you transmute it. But again, intention matters. If you are using amethyst while constantly feeding your mind with negativity, overthinking, or fear, it cannot override your dominant vibration. Crystals support you, they do not replace your consciousness. Now here is something very few people talk about. Aura cleansing is not just about removing negativity. It is about closing energetic leaks. Because if your aura has cracks, emotional wounds, trauma, unresolved patterns, you will keep absorbing energy again and again. This is why some people say, I cleanse, but I still feel heavy. Because cleansing without sealing is incomplete. To seal your aura, you need grounding and strengthening. This is where clear quartz comes in. Clear quartz amplifies your intention and stabilizes your aura. After cleansing with selenite or black tourmaline, you use clear quartz to lock in your energy. Hold it close to your heart or third eye, visualize your aura becoming strong, bright, and untouchable. And say, my energy is mine. Only positive energy can enter. Feel the shift. Because aura work is not imagination. It is energy direction. And energy follows awareness. Now let's go even deeper. Most people use crystals passively, they wear them, keep them nearby, or place them under their pillow. But real aura cleansing is active. You have to interact with the crystal. Move it around your body, pause at areas that feel heavy, your chest, your stomach, your back. Notice where you feel resistance. Because that's where your aura is holding something. Stay there. Breathe there. Let the crystal do its work. You might feel heat, tingling, or even emotional release. That is not random, that is your aura detoxing. And here is the most powerful part. Your belief does not activate the crystal, your awareness does. Even if you don't fully believe, but you are present, intentional, and open, the energy still shifts. Because crystals operate on frequency, not faith. And once you start understanding this, you stop using crystals like accessories, and start using them like tools of transformation. Now pause for a second. Think about your current state. Do you feel light, or heavy, clear, or confused, protected, or drained? Because your answer is already telling you the condition of your aura. And once you become aware of it, you cannot ignore it anymore. Because now you know what most people never realize. You cleansed your aura, but why does the heaviness still come back? Why do you feel clear for a moment, and then suddenly drained again, as if nothing changed? Because what you removed was only the surface. And what you are about to understand now is the part of aura cleansing that separates beginners from those who truly master their energy. Aura cleansing is not a one-time act, is not a ritual you do when you feel low. It is a system, a discipline, a way of living in energetic awareness. Because your aura is not just collecting energy, it is constantly exchanging it. With people, with environments, with your own thoughts. So if you only cleanse, but don't control what enters again, you are stuck in an endless cycle. Cleanse, absorb, drain, repeat. And this is exactly where most people fail. Now understand this deeply, not all negative energy is external. Some of the heaviest blocks in your aura are self-created. Your overthinking, your fear, your attachment to past pain. These don't just stay in your mind, they imprint into your aura. And no crystal can permanently cleanse what you continuously recreate. This is why some people carry powerful stones, yet feel no change. Because the aura is being polluted faster than it is being cleansed. So the first real step in advanced aura work is awareness of input. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Who are you allowing into your energy field? Because every exposure is an energetic exchange. Now let's go deeper into crystal work, beyond basics. There is a technique called layered cleansing. This is not using one crystal, this is using a sequence. First, you absorb negativity. For this, you use black tourmaline or obsidian. Slowly move it from your head to your feet. Do not rush. When you feel heaviness, pause. Let it pull. Then, you dissolve what remains. Take selenite. Move it again through your aura, but this time, slower, softer. Imagine light cutting through density. You may feel emotional shifts here, memories, sensations, even discomfort. This is deep cleansing. Do not escape it. Because what surfaces is what was buried. And finally, you elevate and seal. Take amethyst or clear quartz. Hold it near your head or heart. Now don't just use it, connect with it. Breathe slowly, feel your aura expanding. Not just clean, but stronger. Because an aura that is only clean, but weak, will absorb again. But an aura that is strong, becomes selective. Now here is something even deeper. Your aura has boundaries. And most people have none. If you feel drained around certain people, it is not always because they are negative. Sometimes, it is because your aura is open. Overgiving, overlistening, overabsorbing. Crystals can support you, but they cannot create boundaries for you. That is your responsibility. You must learn to say no, energetically and physically. Because every yes you give without alignment creates a leak in your aura. Now let's talk about one of the most ignored truths. Cleansing without grounding can make you feel unstable. When you remove heavy energy, you create space. And if that space is not grounded, you feel lost, anxious, or disconnected. This is why grounding is not optional. After every deep cleanse, sit quietly. Place your feet on the ground. Hold a grounding stone, like hematite or smoky quartz. And just breathe. Feel your body, feel your weight. Let your energy settle. Because spiritual work without grounding leads to imbalance. And real mastery is balance. Now understand this final layer. Your aura is not just something you clean. It is something you build. Every thought you choose strengthens or weakens it. Every boundary you set protects or exposes it. Every moment of awareness refines it. Crystals are tools, but you are the source. And once you realize this, everything changes. You stop depending and start directing. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop being affected and start becoming untouchable. Now feel this question, honestly. If your aura reflects your inner state, what is your aura showing right now? Because the truth is, people don't just see you, they feel you. They feel your clarity, or your chaos, your strength, or your leaks, your peace, or your pain. And once your aura becomes clean, strong, and aligned, you don't need to chase respect, love, or attention. Your energy demands it. Now remember this, deeply. A cleansed aura attracts. A strong aura protects, but a mastered aura transforms reality. So the next time you pick up a crystal, don't just hold it. Command your energy. Direct your aura. And become someone whose presence alone shifts the room. Because real power was never in the crystal. It was always in you.